Alright, so I've spent the last, I want to say, around 3 days going through the recordings that I have of the Icefall and Mantle effects. And I'm at the place now where, listen, I'm not the best at this. I can only get so far. Have I gotten through 100% of all the whispers that are attached to this exotic? Probably not. And there are also some whispers that I can hear that I don't think I'll be able to fully understand or have any kind of guess at. But I'm at the place now where I'm comfortable that I've cracked the majority of the code, so to say. So as you can see here, these are all like the clips, right? I've taken the one recording and I've broken it down multiple times. These are all different sections of that clip. And you can see that I have it as, in different colors. And that's because each color represents a layer. The way Bungie has tended to, I guess, design do the audio design of the Pyramid Ship Whispers is that they'll take the voice actors who are doing it and then they'll layer them on top of each other. So you'll hear a bunch of different voices, but I don't know how to put it. They are placed on top of each other in terms of, I guess, loudness and priority. So if I was to give you an example, if I didn't do it this way, and I just took the one recording and I edited it, I hear a voice, so I edit it so that I can only hear that voice. The other voices, you're not going to be able to hear them, and you're going to see that. You're going to precisely see that in this video today. So each color represents a layer. A, B, C, D, I don't know how many. Honestly, I can only get past D anyway in terms of my own alphabet understanding, so we're just going to go with that. And yeah. So just for the record, this is blue here. This is layer A. And this is the bass recording with some treble turned down and the vocal enhancement set to male. So it's going to try and bring out male voices. Now what I found is if there's any voice that's kind of deeper or has more bass to it, that's going to be what it recognizes as being the male voice. They're kind of interchangeable, honestly. Sometimes there'll be a female voice and I can only get it to be really heard with a female setting. But sometimes I can hear it even better with the male setting. It's interchangeable. Okay, that's enough explanation. So that's what I have applied to this. Also, there are no, as you can see here, I can actually go, if I show you something like this, these are settings that are applied specifically to this segment. These are applied across the entire lines, the audio lines. So for this layer A, I've just done some broad strokes across the entire line. Apart from that, these are actually like not changed at all. Not changed at all. And as for the speed, it's 100% speed. I've not slowed it down or anything like that. So just for context, this is the clip that we're working with. So a few things that I want to point out with this. So obviously, you can clearly tell that people are talking, right? You don't really hear anything here, do you? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, going back to this. This is layer A. And by the way, the reason why I have it split is because the actual, in terms of what they're saying, it seems to be split into two different parts. So this is part one of what they're saying, and then this is part two. Oh, I didn't want to do that. There's nothing really here, or is there? As you'll see later on. Okay, I'll play it one more time. Okay, and then this is here. So I'm gonna just listen. I'm not gonna be, oh, I wonder what they're saying. No, I'm just gonna tell you what they're saying, right? You can disagree with me. You're perfectly fine to disagree with me. And there are some things that I will straight up say it's a guess, but this, I'm 90% sure on. So this here, for layer A, they are saying this is who you really are. And the second part you're not gonna really hear as much, but I'll show you. Don't worry. And then as for this, it's almost there. Show them. Show them. I'll play it again, but don't worry, I've got it much clearer. Okay, yeah. So I'll just stop it after they say this is who you really are. Okay. And then almost there, show them, show them. This is way clearer. Okay, fine. So that's layer A. Now, which one is layer B? Oh boy. This is layer B, I'm pretty sure. So this is just... This is who you really are. Now, this is in a different line, and as you can see, we've got the big boy settings on layer B. For layer B in this line, this is who you really are, but it's way clearer. Actually, I can afford to probably go back a little bit. Yeah, there you go. And by the way, for the people that said there's no way they're speaking in English, there you go. So that's that. This is really who you are. And then here. So what I think this is a little bit murkier, is I believe they're saying you survived or you'll survive. I think it's you survived and then laughing. So I'll play it here. So you survived laughing. I thought this was nothing at first, but I don't really hear an N sound, and it sounds more like an F than a TH. Also, it sounds more like la than na, if you get me. So that's what my guess is. I think I have another version of it down the road. Here we go. Oh no, this is something different. So interestingly enough, the almost there part, now that we've put different settings on it, you'll hear the almost there, but the show them is gone, and there's something else completely. I'll check. It's almost there, I'll check. At least that's what I think it is, I'll check. So that's layer B. That's just a clearer version with a few minor, reveals in the audio compared to layer A. Now we go to layer C, and I have to remember what layer C is. This is layer C, I'm pretty sure. So with different settings on this, because it's in the same line, but I've got, I think, different settings. Yeah, I've got different settings here. So this is literally just this. It's the first part of the clip. This is who you really are, with different settings. And what you're going to hear is, you're not going to hear this is who you really are. You're not going to hear almost there. You're not going to hear any of that. Instead, you're going to hear 3 male voices. And they're going to be one after the other. And they kind of cut each other off. So I'm going to tell you what they're saying, and then I'm going to show you the one that's probably the most cut off. The first one says... Now, listen, I've actually slowed this down because they say this really fast. So this is my guess. I don't know. But it's the heretic, or it's something, is good in this plan. And then there you are. Heretics must die. So the heretics must die is third. And I have this sectioned off here. So there you go. That's heretics must die, and that gets the very beginning of heretics gets cut off, and you'll see that here. There we go. So this is the gap between activating it and deactivating it. Okay. There you go. Good in this plan is very clear. Again, the very beginning, what they're saying is good. I think it's heretics, but I don't know. It's either here or there you are. Depending on the speed, it'll either sound like here or there. I'll be honest with you, it could be both. It genuinely could be both. The way they mix in the layers, you'll hear one thing and they're actually saying both or something different. So it's either here you are or there you are, and then heretics must die. And now let's just play it, because remember, after show them in layer A, there's silence, just the bells in the distance. Now let's listen. So this is like in the show them part. You can hear them say heretic. That's just my ghost. As for that, could be must not win. It's not that big of a deal. That's just my guess, though. And for the record, I just want to be clear, like, I've been doing this for quite a while. I've been gathering a lot of these whispers. This isn't the first time I've heard heretic. It's not the first time. I believe one of the other lines that I found in a different location is I fear no heretic. So I'm pretty sure we're the heretics at this stage. Or could be a different faction in the pyramid ships race, whatever. Okay. So that's that. That's layer C, I want to say. So A, this is who you really are. B is just that a lot clearer with a little bit extra. And then C has something completely different. Completely different. Now we're gonna get to the real deep stuff. This is layer D. And layer D, this takes a lot of work. Basically, each layer requires more and more digging and digging and digging. You're gonna be able to still hear layer C, the heretics must die, there you are, blah blah blah. But and I can't. I'm gonna do my best to separate this for you, but this is gonna be kind of on you to be able to hear this. Like you need to be listening for this. And now I'm gonna get the comments. You're telling people what they need to hear so they can hear. I'm just saying, like, I've done my best, right? Yeah, I've done my best. So this is C or D, sorry. So what you're gonna hear, and I have not 100% gotten this, is something whispers secretly Sekhmet. And then you're going to hear heretic or something like that, and then she left her. And then you're going to hear the heretic is evil. Here we go. So I'm going to just cut it off because I can't really. Don't worry about. I'm just doing this. There we go. So I'm just going to cut this. Whatever they're saying, if there's something that they're saying is whispering, or like, you know, it's somewhere in here and it's very, very murky, but this is just whispers secretly Sekhmet. No, I actually cut it off to, there you go. And you know what's nuts, right? How harsh that is? I'm pretty sure it's because of treble. And I have treble turned all the way down. So, like, I don't know really what else I can do. Maybe if I change it to male. That actually sounds better, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna change it to male. Fully. Nah, it doesn't work. So we'll stick with this. There you go. Boom. So that is layer D. Also, something else I want to show you is... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Is, if we go to... Where did it go? I should have actually put a color on this one too. Some of these are just me kind of working on. I think it's this one. Yeah. So this is the activation sound, not the deactivation sound. So again, the way it works is you activate the overshield and then the whispers happen when you deactivate it. Cool, cool, cool. This is the activation sound for the overshield. I'm actually not convinced that the activation sound itself isn't a voice. And it's a male saying our strength. Again, I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit because it's not fun listening to something really loud. It's mainly on the second part, strength. I hear the TH. It's up to your opinion, but I wouldn't put it past them sneaking stuff like that in. And finally, we have the very end, the very, very, very end of it, which I believe is here. No, that's not it. My bad. I have to go find it. There are two. It's this one. And you can hear the bell in the background. So remember, originally there's nothing at all. Remember, nothing. You don't hear anything. You don't hear anything, and then the audio, and then it kind of cuts off. I'll play it again. Nothing at all. And yet here, now as for what they're saying, I don't know. I'm gonna spend more time on it, but this takes a long time, and I want to get this video out there. I'm trying to be more consistent with my uploads, but yeah. And again, listen, I said this before and I'll say it again. When I make these types of videos as a call to action, the Pyramid Ship voices are speaking in English, which means if you have the audio editing skills, you can potentially find out some major spoilers for the story to come. So if you have Premiere Pro, if you have any kind of skills in editing audio, they are speaking in English, you can do this too. If you want a guide, if you want me to walk you through it directly, DM me on Discord. I'll be happy to show you. And I went through this on my recent stream. I'll be uploading the section of the stream as its own video. So yeah, that's that. These are the secret whispers of Icefall Mantle, and this is what they're actually saying. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. At the very least, I hope you found it entertaining. And yeah, I will talk to you next time.